One interesting thing about that headset, this headset, is there was a picture of Tom Cruise getting high on this thing. So today we'll be reviewing the Aurvana DJ by Creative. Now this is a good headset, but it has one big fault that makes it a 5 or a 6 out of 10, depending on how serious you find that fault. Now this headset is really good, aesthetically pleasing, and it's sturdy except for one part. Let me get into it. Now, it's leather over here, and it's metal design, looks really nice. The leather up here is comfortable for over the head. Now, the padding here can be a lot better. Okay, this is compared to a BOSE headset. If you've ever worn one, the leather ones, it's a lot more cushioned there. This is not so cushioned. It might be annoying. It's actually quite kind of rough. Not rough, but not as cushioned. It's slightly harsh, maybe, or yeah. Anyways, moving on is the hinges over here. You have the ability to do this. Absolutely flip it like this, and I'll explain why. And you have this. Okay, it doesn't lock. It just fits into place, and so on with this one. Now, this is useful. Why? Because when I put the headset on my head, can't hear myself pretty well. When I put my headset on, I can do this and I can hear everybody. Now, it's good enough to look left, right, down, but once you look up, it starts falling back slightly. Maybe if you put it in a better way, it wouldn't fall so much. It starts falling off slightly when you tilt your head back, especially if you do it rough. So no head banging with this thing. But left and right down, it's all fine. Now I can listen to the guy next to me yapping. Maybe I don't want to, so that's why I put it back on. But it's easy to put it on and off. The sound cancellation, actually, while I'm at this, the sound cancellation is pretty good. It's a 6 out of 10. I can still hear some of my voice, but not as much as it's off, of course. It's pretty good sound cancellation. 6 out of 10. It's not the best I've heard. It's not the worst I've heard. Now, again, to the hinges over here. The problem with the tilting over here is that once you tilt it too much, it starts clicking sometimes, squeaking. It doesn't feel too sturdy. It's a very sturdy headset here, here, everywhere, except for this hinge, not so good. So I would not try and abuse this headset as I would with any of my other headsets. Again, a 6 for durability. Now, again, moving to the back to the. I'm sorry if I'm moving back and forth to these tilting things. Why do I need to tilt this? Because sometimes I might have this. This is a DJ's headset first. Sometimes I might have this down, and I want to listen to what they're saying on the screen, but I'm too lazy to put it full, or I want to pass it by or something, pass it on. Okay, so I can do this and then give it to my friend. Okay, so that's a really cool feature, actually, because I find it very useful. When I'm bored, I just do this, and I can hear everybody else, and can take it off, and you know, it's very flexible. It's one of the more flexible headsets I've used, but again, the hinge is scary. Now, moving along to the cable. The cable is actually quite short if you look at it. Let me just unplug it. Volume, unplug. Okay, that's about it. But once you start stretching, again, I'm gonna hold from here actually and show you how much this part would stretch. That's quite a lot actually for a small part. It's a coil, you know, you call them the coil. So don't be fooled by this. It's actually very long. One thing to note is it might eventually pull hard enough to unplug this part, but that's then you're going really far. But for normal usage, it's very long. And kudos for the cable, it's very good. The gold-plated head, as if that would really matter, but the head is gold-plated, and this part, the head itself, the plastic around the head is actually quite durable. Doesn't seem like it's gonna break or cut. Same with the wire. Moving to the sound quality of this thing, it's good, but then there is one downfall for this really good headset, otherwise good headset. Let's play the, okay, let's put it on. Now at max volume you can make your friends listen to what you're listening. Doesn't seem so much, but if you have the right tools on the side, you can make your friends hear what you're listening at good quality. What do I mean? Instead of putting it over my ear, I do this. I'm not kidding. And people would listen to what I'm listening, and you know, it's fun. It's really good, and it's not bad quality. Do not use this for any music that has drums, any game that has guns, any games that has explosions or loud sounds. And yes, that's pretty much most of the things you guys probably like. And the reason is, when you get a really boom sound on this thing, you get a hiss along with it. That's boom, hiss, like that in your ear, and it really pains your ear, even if the volume is down. That's a downfall. The treble is way too high on this thing. Let me show you. I'll lower the treble on this thing. Hear that hissing? I hope you hear it. There's a hissing along with the drumming, and it's absolutely painful to the ear. So that's a downfall. The quality otherwise for the audio, I'd say, is an 8 or a 9, but once you get that hissing, oh god, you want to take it off. I used this for a week, and then actually a day, and then I said no more, and I gave it to my friend, and then I'm taking it back. I'm actually using it for games that do not have, you know, boom sounds, and music that doesn't have boom sounds, and I try and lower the volume. Still a problem. Lower the treble, so it's a headache. All in all, I do not recommend getting this headset for, again, the hissing and the possibility of this breaking. Now, next thing is, this does not have a volume control. A lot of high-ends don't, but I think that's a bad thing. You cannot use this with consoles because you will not be able to control your volume. Even if the game has volume controls, it won't be loud enough sometimes, and you won't get that versatility in controlling the volume as you would with the headset with a volume knob on it. Now, no mic on this thing again, and what else was there? Yeah, the hissing. Do not get this headset. Now, if you want a really good over-the-ear headset instead of this one, I would highly recommend getting the BOSE over-the-ear headset, and I'll put a link to it. It's more expensive, yes, but it's actually better. And for your information, this headset is discontinued, I believe. They have the XFI version of this, which has the improvements on it, but I'm reviewing this one here. Do not buy this headset, new or used. I would not buy this for over $40, or maybe even $20 in some cases. It's good, but not when there's hissing in your ear. This is Dr. Wasabi. Hope you enjoyed this review.